Hey everyone, welcome back to another really short episode of Movie News of the Fish. Again, not a lot of movie news has come out, but it's the transition period between New Year and the New Year, if that made any sense. Beginning of the start of 2015 from the end of 2014, better said. So not a lot of movie news come out, but there's a little bit of stuff we can talk about. It's mostly just comic related, it's really short. I didn't even think of that part until I just said it. So, Marvel technically has dropped their first official teaser for Ant-Man. I gotta give Marvel credit. It's really clever how they did this. Now, the actual full trailer, I think, or just the full clip they showed, is going to be on Tuesday, when they preview their new series, Agent Carter, which, brief touch on that, Agent Carter was the Peggy Carter, I think her name was Peggy, from Captain America. The main female character, his love interest in Captain America, the first Avenger. And now they're doing a spin-off series, basically of her exploits and adventures between Captain America and leading up, I guess, eventually the series will end with her being the old woman in the bed with dementia, Captain America 2. Spoilers, folks. So yeah, but the full trailer is going to be airing then. But Marvel decided, let's just tease them a bit, because we're Marvel, they're going to see our movies regardless. Let's have some fun with these jackoffs. So they did the trailer, and I kid you not, if you haven't seen the trailer, watch it just because it's hilarious. It's this little screen, like, let's see if I can do this right. It's like, where my fingers are, like, dimensions like that, and that on the screen. It's like a box that small on the screen with the actual, which is the actual video playing. You can see the movement. You can see like a little bit of scenes and stuff like that. So it's basically this. They said the ant-sized trailer, the human-sized trailer, will premiere along with Peggy Carter, or Agent Carter, I should say. I gotta give them credit. That is great fucking marketing. That is just, it's like, fuck, I want to see the actual all of Ant-Man now, just to see it. I thought it was a cute little piece of marketing. Now, is it? I mean, I don't think everyone will like it. I think some people are going to be rightly pissed off, and they'd have a little. You can make an argument, but really, it's a joke. You'll get it on Tuesday. Don't get pissed off about it if you are pissed off. I'm not saying anyone is. Statistically speaking, someone's probably upset by that, but overall, don't get upset about that. Now, for the little bit I could distinguish from it, because I actually watched it like two or three times closely just to see if I could see anything. There's a few aerial shots of, I want to say, like, of a city. I'm not quite sure where exactly. It looked like it might have been like California Golden Gate Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge, one of the two. I think I caught a brief glimpse of Paul Rudd. I couldn't catch any. I mean a brief glimpsing is that damn thing's only this small, so I had to just assume who I was looking at. I don't think I could see anything that looked like Michael Douglas, but there was a few moments where it was going real fast, so I assume that was a little bit of action sequence in the Ant-Man suit, or at least, someone in the Ant-Man suit shrunken down or something like that, so I assume this was. The description I've heard from this movie is Paul Rudd is playing Justin Lang, I believe the character's name is, and there's two Ant-Man, because in continuity there are two Ant-Man. Justin Lang, who basically takes over Hank Pym. Michael Douglas plays the original one, Hank Pym, which I hope we see Michael Douglas in the suit at least once, because that'd be pretty awesome. And I think he's a good choice for Hank Pym. He's physically abused his wife at some points in the comics. He's a wife beater, but he's a genius. He's not a horrible person. He's just a man with demons, which is a common trait in all comic book movies. So I think Michael Douglas captures that real well. Paul Rudd's a comedic actor, but I think this will be a different role for Paul Rudd. It's supposed to be funny, but at the same time, he is playing an action hero now. He is playing a superhero. So this could work out very interestingly. And the way I've been told about it is it's a comic book superhero heist movie. They apparently have to go in and steal, I think, like one of the original suits or something like that, or a prototype suit or something like that. And basically that's where, the Ant-Man costume goes and he shrinks down and like curls and ducks and stuff. I'm like, it's a superhero heist movie. We have not had that. That is awesome. I am totally in for this right now. I need to fully judge it by seeing a trailer. Then I'll have my true opinion. Because just by obviously they can edit a trailer to make it look awesome. But trailers usually where you get your full blown ideas of what the movie's going to be about. So I'm all on board. I can't wait to actually see what the trailer when it drops on Tuesday. So there's that. Not much else to go on. I will say they have announced there will be a new trailer for Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, on the 12th of January. Lots of J's. July, January. Juniper. No. But on January 12th, there will be a new trailer for Age of Ultron, which I'm interested to see how that one's going to look. If it gives us a bit more of the story. I mean, we got a general idea of the story, especially from if you read snippets and stuff like that. Apparently Ultron, here's a little update, because I've read some new stuff. Ultron was actually the remains of the Chitauri. If you remember Avengers, the Chitauri were the alien race that invaded Avengers. Is an actual program, a forgotten program from the Chitauri system that Tony Stark obviously adapts to Ultron. So he's alien in a way, but he's, from the other description, he's almost like the son Tony never had, because Tony programmed with his level of intelligence, but not his humanity. And I think that's fascinating. Vision is actually, here's what I think. I think in this next trailer, we're actually going to see Vision, at least part of Vision, or like a snippet of Vision. We're going to see Paul Bettany as Vision, and I've seen the concept art. I've seen all like the actual how he's supposed to look. I have not seen a on-set photo or in-movie photo of him, because he's probably going to be a lot of CGI or an actual costume to give that metallic look. But he's created not by Ultron, but he's created by Bruce Banner and Tony Stark to combat Ultron, I believe. And he can shoot energy, fly, alter destiny. That's why he phases through stuff. Vision's a cool character, man. I like Vision. Red Tornado, not as much, the DC counterpart to him, but whatever. So I realized that my smile's kind of crooked. I didn't realize that. I kind of got a crooked smile. Just a side track, just whatever. If I didn't put actual pictures for the captions on these movie news, I would totally want that to be the caption, just me going, but no, I do believe we'll see Vision in the new trailer. I think we're going to get more of a story, not just, hey, Ultron is the bad guy, hey, the Avengers are in a dark place. We're going to see more of the twins. We're going to see more of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I'm certain of it. I am certain we're going to get more on their backstory a little bit, because here's the thing about Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Ooh, sorry about that. Is that because of the contract with Marvel and Fox, they're the only characters Marvel can use and Fox can use simultaneously. And Quicksilver in Days of Future Past, let's get that out of the way right now, was fucking amazing. That one scene, you know what scene I'm talking about, folks, fucking ruled. If I could stop time for a minute, I'd like to spend it with you. Oh man, that was one of the fucking highlights of the movie. Absolutely. He hasn't had a line yet in the trailers. We've seen him move a little bit. We don't know how fast he is in comparison. The effects work is different for his speed effect. And the Days of Future Past, and we'll probably be comparing when it comes out, obviously, it was really more almost like a jump cut kind of thing. I mean, you saw movement, but it was just like done. It's like if you were to speed up film just like that fast. They might have like just said, hey, run as fast as you can over there, okay? Speed it up about 1,000 times. Okay? That's kind of how they worked Quicksilver in Days of Future Past, except in that one scene. In this, we see more of him like, you know, like a Photoshop streak. So it's just like a smudge effect. I'm just, so basically getting some of the after image with him. I feel like Wynn's going to kind of be involved with the way you see his speed. So there's that. And Scarlet Witch's powers are really undefined half the time. She's as a mutant, she affects probability. But in this, I'm not sure, really, in all honesty. I think she might actually be like one of the first legit magic users we see in this film. Because apart from Loki and Frida and stuff like that, and even then, they explain that science and magic are kind of the same for them, so I wouldn't necessarily classify that as magic. But then again, you know, the whole illusion thing, the illusion, that I think we can at least chalk up to magic. That I will at least give magical implications to. But, other than that, we have not really seen magic users. We'll get magic when Doctor Strange comes out next year. Absolutely, we're getting magic with Doctor Strange. If they try to scientifically explain Doctor Strange, I will be pissed. He's a doctor, he's a neurosurgeon. There's science there, but he is the sorcerer supreme. He is a magician. Look at you, watch me put a rabbit out of my hat that's currently located in this dimension. Boom. So no, because we see in like at the end of Captain America 2, she like has these one blocks, she basically just annihilates. But she's like got energy projectiles, and in one clip they showed from Age of Ultron, and they showed it at the Marvel presentation for Phase 3, and you can see it online. It is online. They've shown it. At least I think it's still online. It probably is online just because the movie is less than 5 months away. So yeah, they probably don't care at this point, at least for that. So they showed that. It was Captain America talking with Tony Stark chopping wood. They're probably like hiding out or something like that. And it's a good scene just on its own. But they make a brief mention that the Maximoff kid, which is obviously referring to either Quicksilver or Scarlet Witch, did something to them. That made them all see something that did something to them. And if the beginning scene I once read months ago, like a half a year ago, is anything that didn't go by from the beginning of the movie, they may very well like storm that Hydra base you see at the very end, and like come across the twins, and Scarlet Witch may like put some sort of hex on people. Like I believe she puts if I read it correctly, she puts a hex on the Hulk and makes him attack the corpse of one of the Leviathans from the Avengers, the giant snake monster things. Whatever they were, we call them Leviathans. So it would cause them to attack, and that's why you see Banner is like. And that would explain why Banner is like kind of fucking freaked out at in the trailer. You see that trailer? Banner's fucking like messed up. Like he's fucking like going through shit. And then of course I would also explain why the Hulk has to go up against the Hulkbuster, because Hulk's not in his right mind. And if the Hulk's not in his right mind, you need to stop him immediately, because nothing will stop him after a certain level. Hulkbuster will only do so much damage. Juggernaut. In World War Hulk, they had to get Juggernaut to go against the Hulk. And even then, I don't think it was a clear-cut victory. They've never actually confirmed who would win in the fight with oh my god, that'd be a great fight. Oh god. If anyone from Screw Attack somehow watches this video, or if I post it, make the Juggernaut fight the Hulk. Make them. I need an answer to that question. I think in the long run, Hulk would win, even though Juggernaut is magical. But I am getting sidetracked because I am a nerd. And, where was... Oh, yeah. So, I want to say that Scarlet Witch may actually be magical in this. She might be our first legitimate, like, kind of magical being. But the thing about them and how they're going to be introduced, I'm not quite sure. We know they're kidnapped. Like, well, not kidnapped. They're being held hostage in the Hydra base. And, the guy, Aaron, crap. I can't remember the guy's name. But he basically says, it's not the age of superheroes or spies. It's the age of miracles. And there's nothing more terrifying than a miracle. And you see Scarlet Witch blow up the wooden block. Well, it's basically almost confirmed at this point that these Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are Inhumans. Because the Inhumans, from the little more I know about them now after learning a bit more about the humans, are the humans that were actually given abilities by an alien race for some reason or another. I don't know the legit reason or the reasoning for it, but they were given abilities by higher beings from different parts of the universe. So, and, miracles and whatnot. So, it's possible, and it's almost certainly confirmed that at this point, that they can't use the term mutant because that's owned by Fox. So what they'll do is they're humans. They are humans given abilities by higher beings, celestials, whatever. And that will play in. They'll be around for a while, because the roster of Avengers will change after this movie. It almost certainly has to. Because first off, contracts will start to wane a little bit. They have to be renegotiated. They're only on for a certain amount of movies. And the Avengers lineup is the lineup that's always changed over the years. So it's not surprising. Now, that being said, I still believe all the core Avengers we came to know in the first movie will be back for Avengers 3 Infinity Wars. Because that would be... How are you not going to do that? How can you say it's Avengers Infinity Wars? You had Thanos introduced in the first one and not have the original cast back. You kind of have to have them back. That's just the way it is. At least for that third Avengers movie, which is 2 parts. But still. One last thing to touch on quickly is that going on to Inhumans, Vin Diesel has hinted about being in another Marvel movie, Inhumans, and he put up a picture of the character Black Bolt. Now, for any of you who don't know who Black Bolt is an Inhuman who does not talk, because anytime he says anything, something is destroyed. He can literally just say, and literally the mountain will explode. Black Bolt is a fearsome motherfucker with his voice. You do not cross Black Bolt. But also, Black Bolt's a bit of a pacifist in a couple ways, too, from what I remember. At least in one of the... Old Man Logan, he makes an appearance, and he's actually kind of a peaceful guy at that point, but that's because times have changed, so that's a what if elsewhere story. So, Vin Diesel to play Black Bolt, I'd be okay with it. I like Vin Diesel a lot. I think he'd be pretty cool for Black Bolt. He did Groot, but the beauty, I love anyone who just does like an anime character without actually having themselves on screen, is that if you do an animated character, you can be another character in the Marvel Universe or whatever universe you're in. Because Bradley Cooper can do the exact same thing because he's the voice of Rocket. He is not Rocket himself. He's not on screen. We don't see Bradley Cooper. We don't see Vin Diesel. You just see the character. The character is there. The CGI is there. That is great because you can establish yourself later on in the universe. Now, I don't know if Bradley Cooper will, because Bradley Cooper is definitely is an A-list actor, and people want Bradley Cooper for their movies. But that being said, Marvel's been getting A-list talent. Fuck it. They got Benedict Cumberbatch for Doctor Strange. They got Michael Douglas for Ant-Man. James Spader is the voice of Ultron, for God's sake. It's not that improbable to get A-list actors anymore, really. I mean, Chadwick Boseman's our Black Panther, and I wouldn't call him an A-lister, but he's got A-list talent. I thought Get On Up was great. I didn't see 42, but I did think Get On Up was great. So yeah, that's all I got. It's a slow week for movie news. It'll speed up next week. So I'm sure it'll speed up next week. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I didn't see a movie this week. There really wasn't anything that came out. Lady in Black, Angel of Death, Lady in Black 2, Angel of Death came out. I didn't get around to seeing that. I was with someone else, seeing something else. And I was seeing Hobbit again with a friend who hadn't seen it. I will say that watching The Hobbit a second time, I can't say it was as bad, but that's because I expected all the shit I talked about in our review coming. So I'm like, it's not as bad this time. And you know what? A couple of the scenes actually now were a lot more impactful. Like, there are character deaths. When one of the characters did die, I'm like, wow, this is actually a very impactful scene this time around, now that I'm really having a chance to sink in this character. The way that the two characters, the one dying and one mourning them, is playing it off, worked extremely well. And I'm like, wow, this is... Because it's so realistic how the character portrayed the loss of his friend. I'm just like, that hit me hard. And then there's this... And one of the quiet moment, which is Gandalf and Bilbo, where he's just cleaning his pipe after the fight, and it's just in silence. He's just, dude, and they just look at each other like, awkwardness. I thought that was really good. That moment really worked well for me. So overall, I still enjoyed the movie. I probably won't see it a third time. The only reason I saw it this time is because my friend hadn't seen it yet. So, yeah, that's all I got. This week, though, it's Taken 3. They've taken it way too far. I had no idea. I think it doesn't look bad. I like Liam Neeson a lot. I'll eat Liam Neeson up every day. So I'll watch Liam Neeson movie anytime. I like the first Taken. The second one's not as good, but it's still alright. This one looks better than the second one, at least. It's a different type of movie. It is like The Fugitive. So Forrest Whitaker is basically the Tommy Lee Jones. So hey, I'm down for that. I look forward to that. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to see more, just put it down in the comments below if you want us to review something, talk about something me-related, or maybe it's just something you want us to talk about. Again, short of politics. That's the only thing I'll always put a little note on. Don't ever ask us to talk about politics, because it's not going to end well for anyone. But yeah, just put it in the comments below. So I'll see you for the next one.